The first F is no surprise to most. It's food. Food is either your best medicine or it's a slow poison. And you get to make that decision several times a day. I mean, even Hippocrates over 2,000 years ago said, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. And so that's really the backbone of all health, starts with what lies at the tip of your fork. And just to put it super simply, I think most of us get this part, is it has to be real food, whole food that you recognize that literally does not come with an ingredients list, the stuff that you recognize that grows in the field, the vegetables, the fruits, the well-raised animals, if you eat, meat and things like that, or wild-caught fish. Like me in Hawaii, I love fish and I love ahi tuna and things like that. So the food as the first pillar is just indispensable. I mean, you cannot ever, and this is something I learned both in practice with many patients, as well as in my own personal life, especially after 30, I realized that I couldn't just exercise my way out of a crappy diet. Although we're told that we can, right? The calories in, calories out, thing that we all hear about. Nothing could be further from the truth. Food is not just simple calories. It's not just simple food. It's much more than that. It's information. It's also enjoyment. Like, if anybody's ever watched me eat, like, I'm just enjoying my food. I love to be in company with my kids, my family, whoever. And I love to just eat delectable, amazing cuisine. Like, I love eating as much as anybody, but if we focus on eating the real food that's natural and whole without, a bunch of ingredients that we think or don't understand or should really be in a chemistry lab, we'll be much better off. So that's the first one. Food is the best medicine.
Hey, this is Ari. I hope you enjoyed this little clip. And if you want to listen to the full-length podcast, the link for that is down in the description below. Also, one more thing before you go, I want to mention, in case you don't already know about it, our formula, Energenesis. This is an amazing product that has multiple compounds in it that are scientifically proven in numerous studies to increase your energy levels, not just by 3% or 5% or 10%, but by 30 or 40 or 50% in a very, very short time frame. So one of these compounds that I'll mention here is called NT factor phospholipid, and it is an extract of phospholipids that comes from lecithin, and they extract the pure phospholipids from this. Things like phosphatidylcholine, phosphatidylethanolamine, and many others. And these are the same fatty acid compounds, phospholipid compounds, that compose our cell membranes and mitochondrial membranes. And this specific patented formula has been shown actually to enter into the bloodstream undigested, basically, without being broken down and denatured through the digestive process in the stomach and the intestines. It makes it into the bloodstream and actually makes it all the way to our cells and to our mitochondria, where it helps repair damaged mitochondrial membranes and facilitates our mitochondria functioning better. Now, all of that sounds like wonderful theory, and it sounds like it could be beneficial. But the real test is, has it actually been studied and been proven to increase your energy levels? And the answer is yes, absolutely. There are numerous studies outlined in a wonderful paper by a scientist named Garth Nicholson in a paper called Lipid Replacement Therapy. I highly recommend checking this out if you're interested in digging into the research. But this compound has been studied in the context of multiple different kinds of chronic fatigue. Aging-related chronic fatigue, obesity-related chronic fatigue, obscure things like Gulf War illness, and numerous studies in chronic fatigue syndrome. And there are studies showing that this has the capability. They've taken one study, in fact, actually showed that in elderly adults over the age of 65, it restored their mitochondrial health, which had deteriorated heavily. It restored it to the level of healthy 29-year-olds, believe it or not. And they've actually measured energy levels in these people. And all of these studies across the board show improvements in energy of at least 25%, and typically more like 35 to 45%, in just the span of between 4 to 12 weeks. That's how long all of these studies are, 4 to 12 weeks. They're showing dramatic, huge improvements in energy levels by helping to repair these mitochondrial membranes through this thing called lipid replacement therapy, using, again, this patented form of a phospholipid extract called NT factor. This is just one of about 20 ingredients proven to benefit mitochondrial health that you'll find in my formula Energenesis. So I strongly encourage you, if you are struggling with your energy levels, if you're dealing with chronic fatigue, go grab yourself a bottle or 3 of this, or subscribe and save. Try it out. You are going to be blown away by the results. We get so many testimonials. We get so many emails from people talking about how this one thing has transformed their lives. So I cannot encourage you strongly enough to give this a shot. And let's say you buy 3 bottles, try out the first one, give it a month. And if you don't notice significant improvements, you can return the unopened bottles to us for a full refund. So give it a shot. I really think you're going to be blown away by the results. The formula is called Energenesis, and you can get it at theenergyblueprint.com or click the link below. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you again very soon.